Record. Let's continue.
All right. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
28.
28. What? Sorry?
Rahat 28.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. So, okay. So here we are. So this is what I did for the neighborhood 28, 29. So for, yeah, if I remember well back then, the idea after several exchanges was to use BESEX infrastructure as much as possible. And for doing this, for using BESEX and for using the roads, we had to go through a three run process to achieve this configuration for two reasons. The first one is that we wanted to force the endpoints that were closer to basic infrastructure to only be served by these docks, and also because there were two different sizes depending on which infrastructure was used. So for this process, we had three runs, and this is an example on how you can work with star as well. So the first thing we did was to class the endpoints with an FME process, but this can be done with a QGIS. Maybe I will show here in the coordinates. This is the remember in the example I showed that I called the folder input. This is how it was called for the project, the previous HLD service we did for you. It was called Israel coordinate. So this had the coordinate projection, the right projection. So I will show you the first I think maybe the full config. No, maybe the first one. So I'm gonna open this one. So first of all, we class the endpoints as B or R, depending on how they were going to be served. So 1 second while I open this. Yes. Right. So this is okay. This is config run 1 BESEX, B for BESEX, and FDT 16 because I think this is the splitter. Not the size. The cluster size was up to 16. That was the last rule we used. So if we have a look at I open it twice. If we have a look at the input data on the map, here we have as input data underground and OSM center lines. So underground, this is BESEX data. And we have as input the filler shapefile. So in the filler shapefile, we took the filler num as external ID, filler number. Okay. And for this one, yeah, there was no attribute for for BESEX underground, but yeah, that can be used. In the architecture, we had as we wanted to calculate the clusters for that were going to serve by BESEX infrastructure, we didn't set up any configuration for the cabling. It was only a matter of calculating the cluster. So we see here the map, and here are the endpoints that could be served by BESEX infrastructure because there was a surrounding duct. The process to class these endpoints was by using FME, so it was within a ratio. I think it was I don't remember the distance, but
150 meters.
yeah. Okay, so well, I think we put 50. I don't know,
Okay.
maybe more. So you see that these are surrounding BSX infrastructure.
Mhm.
So that's the first one. So what we did here, we run the software, right? It's it was a quick config. So what we did here was to calculate basically the service areas. So so these service areas. We exported the data, and obviously in this case we have the what is important to get from this configuration, besides the clusters, is that we created the FDTs, fiber distribution terminals. They have a name, and what we want to have is the parent node, the parent name for these apartments, these sites. So if I select here this one, I have FDTB number 059 as the parent node. So this is what we wanted to get: the clusters and the parenting relationship. Okay. So
where do I see the number of apartments that are in each cluster?
Here. Premises. Yeah.
28. 28 זה 9 קצת, אבל רק underground. בלי פועל.
38 יותר.
And 1 second, let me check something.
זה 34, כן?
Using a ratio of 150 meters. Okay.
לרע. כן, רע. 38. ימין. 34. למה שם אחר
And another thing is that these apartments, as I wanted to, well, actually this is not used at all, this layer. I said I want my apartments to be connected only to underground, basic underground. Right? Yeah. Good. So what I did, I exported layers, net nodes, and net endpoints, because here I have the endpoints, the relationship between the endpoints and the nodes, right?
Okay.
And I exported to
Run one.
yes, there you go, run one. So I export them, and you see here, run one. Net endpoints, net nodes, and service areas. I also select this option anyway. I close the project, and now I open the other one. So I mean, this could be independent. It's not run two or this one does not depend on this result.
Right.
At least for this process. So 1 second.
שני טופולוגים לעשות. גם 16 ו8. רואים מה יותר טוב.
So here I have the same infrastructure. I call this node FDTR apartment. Well, this should be apartment R, but well, doesn't matter. Well, it does, but I filter it later in the other project. So if I go to the map, I have here, these are the ones that are new civils, so to speak.
Okay.
Right? So what I want to do here is also create the clusters. The rules were placement up to 32, again, 150 meters. I think I also use for this one, the information, the poll information. So let me see. Yes. So it's like we took the poll information. Yeah, we split the lines by these polls. So that means that with this process, we did two things here, three. So split lines at intersections. Then we generated edge lines from center lines. So that means that on the map, you see that there are two sides of the road.
Okay.
Yeah, two sides of the road. So this is to represent both sidewalks. And we split in front of the pole layer. So, well, it was not that accurate, but to create the point and to link in this point, the potential pole location. And, right. Maybe what I'll do, I'm gonna call this, this is apartment R, actually. I'm gonna redo this. Not sure. This one. Okay. And yeah, in fact, these all belong to a layer called apartment, but we added an attribute with FME, and it was class B for basic and R for pattern for roads, right? So you can filter them, and you can only see only the endpoints that are in this area are supposed to be connected through roads. So we run the thing. We create the clusters. And then we export the data to run 2. Okay, so we do it. And now I have my other config, which is like the whole network.
Servers. Daniel,
yeah.
While you're at it, I have the license server up and running.
Okay, and did you manage to install Star?
I managed to install Star on my computer. I need Dima to install on his own,
okay.
But I need a license key. At least for now, for the training, before we start with our own.
Yeah. Did you send? Well, we're going. If you want to deal with this, or we finish this part.
Let's finish with this. I mean, it will be probably 5 minutes, and then let's deal with the license.
Okay. Okay. Great. Right. So you see that here in this config file, I have configured everything. I have my input. Now I have added my other nodes. So the FCP, it was actually not mandatory, and I could use any of these splitters. And I have here level 3 FDTR, level 3 FDT B. And what happens is that here I import the net nodes layer, the results from the road layer. So you see this is from round 2. right? Net nodes, I filtered level 3, that was the FDTR,
Yes.
level 3. And something very important is that here I have name. This is the FDTR name. And I import apartment R, which comes from net nodes, net endpoints, run 2. I have the apartment's name, but I have as parent node the attribute located in superior name. So superior name contains the parent node attribute. So that means that this endpoint will be connected to the node that I calculated in my other run, my previous run. Yep.
No.
The soup name is served is a. First of all, do we have this in documentation?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so we will find it.
So
name here is the name that you import from the previous run.
exactly.
And subname is what?
Subname, this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Subname is the name of the parent node. So when I have this is what? This is R.
הוא הריץ, דימה, הוא הריץ חלק על מה שיש בבזק, שזה B, ו-R זה חדש. אוקיי? ועכשיו הוא מחבר את שניהם ביחד באותו תכנון. אז יש לו, אני יכול... אז לא, הוא מראה לך איך הוא עושה את זה אצלו. אתה לא צריך. הוא אומר, כמה אתה יכול בעצמך. עשית רן פה, עשית רן פה, עכשיו אתה לוקח ל-level 10, מפה ומפה. אוקיי?
Okay, parent node subname.
So what is parent node and subname?
Okay. Why? Because this is the net endpoints is a layer that it's an star output layer, and the star output layer contains different attributes. So let's go back first to this name thing. So you see that in my first config that is called roads, right? Run 2 roads. I take the input data from apartment. This is my original shapefile, and in name, I save the building ID.
Mm-hmm.
This is the original layer.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm reading here in this other config file is the value of what is saved in the name attribute. What I'm saving in the name attribute in my second run in net endpoints is the name. So here I will find my building ID.
Okay.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm gonna run this again. So you can see the attributes produced by star.
Input name שווה building ID. Output name building ID.
זה התוכנה עובד ככה.
Now the next one.
Yes, let's go back here. Yeah, here. So you see here this node, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I have an FDTR. I have my endpoint. This is my arena layer apartment. And you see that the parent node is FDTR 58.
Mm-hmm.
This is this node.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a layer in star, but if this is network sections. This is the output layer from star.
Okay.
And in this output layer, this is the layer that I'm using in my other config. you see that these are all the attributes generated by star data model.
Mhm.
There's an attribute called superior name, and superior name contains the name of the parent node, the immediate upstream node,
Okay.
Okay.
right? So what I'm doing in my config file, my third run is that I want this node this apartment that is in net endpoints in run 2 that I exported from here, right? I want to be connected to this parent node.
Okay.
Whatever is written in there, okay.
Exactly. The naming convention is up to you. If you have a naming convention yourself, you can add it.
Okay.
Maybe we need to investigate Hebrew alphabet, but
Don't.
yeah, okay, good. Right. So I'm doing this. And the same goes for the B part. So I have here BT, FDTB, basics, net nodes, but this one comes from run 1.
Mhm.
Node 3. And apartments B, again, comes from run 1, and I get superior name. I'm sure that the names won't coincide because I defined in my naming rules that the naming convention would be support space hashtag and a number.
Okay.
So this is FDTR, FDTB. So there's no how do you say, like a conflict. Yeah. And yeah, I'm calculating my FCP automatically here.
Okay.
Cabling rules. Now I can add my cabling rules and all that, right? And also my let's see what optimization. Yeah, I think cost effectiveness. I don't think I added any micro duct system. Oh yeah, we added this one.
Yeah.
Microducts 10, 14. Yeah. Okay. So I can explain this after I run it. So I run, and I think, yeah, I don't think I needed anything else from here. And I'm gonna produce my final output. So this is gonna take a bit, well, it's not a huge area, but still.
What do we need in the computer for the software to run fast? Memory, processor cores, GPU, what?
That's a good one. The specs are in the. I will send you a document with all the specs.
Because the specs that I saw on the website on the support were very minimal.
Yeah, in the equipment in the user manual, there are the specs as well.
About 4 gig RAM, no, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ready. So it took 42 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I have a look at the map, I have my clusters. So you see that here, this area, this is basically net endpoints, net nodes. Yeah, I have the same symbol. Maybe I will change the symbol. So what we exported here, because this was an HLD, there was no real manual modification. So you could visualize the results in on the map in QGIS.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how the areas were served by the aerial civil work, right? Somehow.
Okay.
And the ones through best. So this process was a 2-run process, right? So but yeah, I mean that's the idea. The idea is to have a first configuration or something, and then you will realize how many runs you will need or find a workaround or all that.
Post.
and we export the data. March neighborhood, yeah, so we can export it here. I'm gonna export first it as a GIS, and then I will export the rest. And we didn't check the link budget report, I think. We forgot to check that. Well, okay. And here I had a QGIS file, you see? And this QGIS file, you see I have this is the, you see the modified this time?
Mhm.
And the QGIS file, the symbology is linked to what the folders that I have in this folder, you know, the files that I have in this folder. So you see? And well, I have a symbology here, but obviously this is you can change this, right? You see here I have the output, the standard outputs, and I classed my my layers depending on several attributes. For example, the cables, I class them according to model number. The nodes according to support, so FCP, FDTB, R, etc. And you can class your own thing. Another maybe important here, this is center lines and underground. So this is net pathways. You can see here, maybe if I unselect service areas, the amount of BESEX, underground BESEX and new civils paths, you see?
Yes.
And you have in pathway access structures, center lines. These are potential, well, I think poles here, potential poles, and underground, you have them here, I think. Maybe, yeah, I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, you have the chambers. Even if I select this chamber, let's see if I have the attribute table, support name. I have this info. So this is from the pole layer because I imported the poles in center line. But
Should
if I
you
have,
scroll to the right, you should have more numbers and more information. More. To the right, more. No, you don't have the whole numbers here.
no, I don't. No, I don't think so. Maybe I didn't save the attribute. But what I want to see is in underground the fillers, because I'm pretty sure I saved this info. No, center lines only the pole. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I could have saved in the external key. In external key, I could have saved an ID, the number, but I didn't. Okay, so this is the apartment's name. I don't think the fillers had a, because in the oh, let me see in the config file, run 3 infrastructure filler. Yeah, maybe this was an empty layer, filler number.
Maybe. I mean, we should check FME Can you upload the DWG files into FME and extract shape files from there?
Yes, you can.
Okay, you will need to play with that.
And yeah. What else? Something important when for example, I have the shape files for the fillers or chambers, right? I can import them. In the points, I need to say that available capacity and connection point, because available capacity means that I can put a splice closure in that particular point. This is useful because, for example, in some cases you might have a chamber that is too small, and it's only a passage for cabling passage, right? But not for placing an equipment. So if that's the case, you would put here 0, but in this case it's 1. So that means I can place I can put an equipment here. And connection point allowed, that means, yeah, I can connect an element to this functional infrastructure. So this is also important to be taken into account. Let me see which attributes I had here. I had layer, filler num, and dupe. So I don't know. But apparently filler num is empty. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, actually for neighborhood 28, 29, there was a 3-run process. And that's how we got the outputs. Maybe the rules that you will implement will be like this, or maybe they will involve several runs, or maybe a single run. So it's the idea is to evaluate the architecture, and from the architecture you decide which what is the right process to obtain the right results.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's stop here for a minute. I've been trying to connect to my firewall, and suddenly it's giving me some headaches. But let me try and connect again.
Okay.
I have the code meter running.
Okay.
What I need now is, a quick process of how to obtain the license and upload it.
Okay. Can you share your screen?
Hmm?
Can you share your screen?
I would have done this happily, but the VPN is not working.
Okay.
So let me just see if I can.
And did you install CodeMeter in your PC, in your computer?
I have CodeMeter running on the computer, and I have CodeMeter server
Okay, great.
running on my cloud.
Okay.
What do we need to install? We need to install CodeMeter both on the PC, also on the PC.
Yes, you need to install both on PC, but the license key that you need to send is from the server.
Okay. So let me just start again with the firewall. Let's see that I'm not having anything here. No, login says I have an issue with the firewall now. But let me bring up the PC. Stop starting. The see my screen?
Yeah. Yes.
So now you see my video. And if I go now to, I think this is CodeMeter if I remember correctly, right? This is called meter control center that I have running. Okay?
Yeah.
But the license is old. I mean, it's expired. So go to the login here. And you see that the license is expired. I've installed the new Static Star Advanced. You see, I have a few installations of Static on the computer. But what do I need to do now? I mean, this is the old license that was installed on my computer.
Okay.
Just what I need to do when I get the connection to my firewall. What do I need to send it from where?
Okay, so Sebastian is gonna join us. You need to sense the it's a Weeble file, but the same. Did you activate it last time? The first time
I did.
you did?
I did, but it's only for what you see is only for my computer. It was
Yeah.
not on the network.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see something first. Okay, Sebastian is joining. Okay, he's here.
Hello.
Hi, Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Right. So we need your help here to install the license on the server.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if we can go through this part together.
So this is which it's from Shai, yeah. So did you already replied with the RUC file to me? I don't think so.
No, I did not. I did not.
Okay, cool. Because this is what I need from you. Because then I can update this file and send you an update, and then you execute it, and then you're ready to go.
Okay. Where do I take the rock from here?
No. You go bottom right on code meter. There's something. Yeah. Yep. Open this. Yeah. Sure. What service is running? It's a different UI. What is under process? Yeah, process. Restart. Why it has such a different view? Which code meter version is this?
7.5.
7.5. Let's see. Give me a second. And can you go to container on the web admin? No, on the left. There's container next to the dashboard in the web admin in the other window. Yeah, this one. All containers. So we have the 740. 1 second. Yeah, click on licenses. So this is the old license container, right?
This is the old license container.
So you want to reuse it?
No, we will be using a trial license for 2 users for the next couple of weeks. We will
Yeah.
install it from a server, and then after a couple of weeks, we will convert it into one advanced designer edition license.
Yeah, but since the 2 trial license, the guys that will use the trial license, do they have access to this virtual machine?
Everybody will have access to the virtual machine via VPN.
Yeah, so then we can reuse basically this container. It's called a container, and then I can send you an update file for this container, and then you can apply it, and then it's ready so to use.
Yeah, but
so then we do not have to create another container, because it's not possible, since it's only 1 container per machine, and yeah. So then I will prepare the update. Give me a second.
This is the local one on my computer. I can delete it if needed. No problem.
This is the local one.
Yeah.
Okay. But do you have access to the virtual machine then?
I'm having some issues with that right now, but
yeah, because that's what we need basically. We need access to the virtual machine, because we need to install CodeMeter on the virtual machine and create the container from the virtual machine. Because
CodeMeter is already installed there. That's it.
Yeah, good.
Not insufficient credentials because
Failed.
give me a headache.
But what we can see is in how once you have access to this virtual machine, how you can obtain this rec file.
Yeah, just tell me how to do that, and I'll send you the rack file.
Yeah. Normally, if you go on CodeMeter on the bottom right, you have like a window which is also displayed in the reply I've sent to you. So there's a picture and everything is explained there. So this is what you should get.
Maybe in license, not events, but license.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different view here. I don't know.
I will follow if there are instructions on the website for support, I will follow them and send you the rack file.
Can you click here 1 second in license?
Yeah. There it is. Yes, great. Okay. Yeah. This is the window I was searching for. Okay. Yeah, and basically this is where you then click and create the rack file, but you have to do it on the virtual machine.
Sure.
It's
Okay.
here, right?
Yeah.
License
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And then you continue.
But this is everything is with pictures in the email I've sent to you.
Okay. So I will follow that and send it to you, and we'll be in touch.
Yes. And then I sent you the follow-up instructions, since you have to do some configuration on the VM, since you have to make it like a server, and you have to add the IP address of the server for the clients basically that want to get the license. But first I need the rack file, and then we can update the licenses.
Will do. Very well.
Okay.
All
Good.
right.
Okay. So
I'll stop sharing and recording with your permission.